guys, it's Hayley. I'm making this video in response to Tiffany O'Grady's challenge for when she reached 350 subscribers. Congratulations, Tiffany, that's awesome. Okay, so her challenge, there were a few things you had the options of using. I went with the layering, the enamel dots, and the Project Life cards. I mainly use Fifth and Frolic items. Here I've got some LE Studio stamps and some Fifth and Frolic stamps. I have a lot of the papers, a lot of leftover chipboard stickers, and the Project Life core kit for Fifth and Frolic. So I use those Project Life cards all the time, and I've actually bought even more of the 12 by 12 papers because it is one of my favourite collections, and with all those cards I need to find a way to use at least some of them. So here I've just got a tray of bits and pieces that I thought might be suitable. This picture's of me and my eldest daughter, who just turned 8 yesterday. Oh my gosh, I have an 8-year-old. So this photo was from Mother's Day, but there's a couple of 7s on this page, so I thought it was kind of a good time to reflect on her being 7 and the things that she's into at 7, and since she is now 8, which is a big deal, you know. Okay, so I have a wee stack of things there, and I'm just going to mat this on some white cardstock. Those wee frames are from Maggie Holmes, the gold frames. They're just leftover bits that I've had that I've used the other pieces of. I just wanted to get them used up. And since I am focusing on the layering for my challenge, I thought that's a good idea. That big piece that I'm putting behind is actually a really huge sticker that came in the sticker book. I've never really found an opportunity to use that before. Here I have one of those folded cards that you get in the Project Life core kits, and they have the crease down the middle. I've just popped that behind, and now I'm just adding a chipboard Polaroid frame and one of those wee canvas fabric stickers. I really want to use that piece, but I can't seem to make it work. I move it around a lot. And here I've got a wee gold sticker that just says you and me. I've been using these Studio Calico giant numbers for another project, and I do have a couple left and I'm trying to get them used up, and I thought that it was kind of convenient that there was a 7 and that there was a Fifth and Frolic card with 7 on it, and then I had that little black circular disc that's on the Polaroid from Studio Calico, and that had a 7, so I thought I would use them all to kind of back up my theme. I didn't really have that theme initially. I only had it once I found that Project Life card with the 7 on it. I thought that was a good angle to go. Here I'm adding a piece of newsprint tissue paper from Typo. I just felt like it all needed something to sit on. And now I'm going to stamp on those 2 tags. And I'm using Ranger Archival ink, the black. And the stamp that says "So Lucky to Have You" is from LE Studio, which is the one I'm doing now. And the stamp that I'm going to put on the life tag just says "Little Moments," and it's from Dear Lizzie. They both kind of coordinate, even though they're different, the text different sizes, because they both are in like typewriter font. Okay, I'm just going to take some twine off now and add it to the tags. I just find that they look a little bit more authentic. What's authentic about having tags, your shipping tags stuck onto a layout? But anyway, you know, they look a little bit more realistic with the twine. It's just like I don't like it when you have those tags that are printed that don't have the hole. That doesn't seem right to me either. So I constantly add this twine, which is why I'm almost at the end of it. You know, it just sits better with me. It just seems like it adds a bit of texture too. And here I'm going to do one of the trickier parts of the layering, which is pushing it all off and hoping you can get it back like that again. I sometimes remember to take a picture, but more often than not I don't. And more often than not it really doesn't look the same, but it looks close to the same, and I'm good with that. So this is one thing I do. I know I've seen some girls that you know, staple all their layers together in the middle of the page, or they lift up the corners and put their adhesive down. I tend to stick one piece to another piece to another piece. It's probably quite a tedious way of doing it, but I guess it gives me the time to see that these elements are going together the way I imagined, rather than them all shifting, which is a problem. So this is how I layer. A few people have asked me for some tips on layering, and I don't know that I have any. It really is just about contrast and what looks good to you, and not having things you know, having things overlap and having things of different sizes and different visual weight, so things that are, you know, lighter patterns, bigger patterns, smaller patterns, things like that. And having a whole lot of scraps is a really easy way to layer, because sometimes your pieces just are the size they are, so you have to make it work, and that sometimes gives you some good results. There I realised that that red piece, which I really want to be visible, is under the sticker and on top of the tissue paper, and really no matter which way I go about it, it's gonna tear. So here I'm sourcing another piece. Sometimes it's just not worth trying to pull it up. So here's an example with the layering. Then where I put that chipboard Polaroid on, it was the end of the red piece was too close to the chipboard. You could see a little bit. You want everything to have kind of its own finishing point. Well, that's how I do it anyway. Now here I go searching for, I know I've got more cards with that small heart on the dark brown, and I look and I look and I look. I know I've got more, but they're obviously not in that tray. So that's when I just decide to make it work and just cut it the other way, which works fine, you know. Because I like a lot of the smaller patterns, the Project Life cards, using them in a 12 by 12 layout is really good. It gives me lots of variety, and it just gives me a lot more to work with. Yeah, see here, it's going to overlap and I'm going to have to trim it again. See here, that doesn't look right because they finish at the same point. I'm just going to put some foam on the back of that You and Me sticker so it sits at about the same height as the Polaroid. Apologies for the fidgeting with the lighting there. I think I thought it was, this is it in the evening, and I think I thought it was getting quite a bit darker, but then I made it a lot darker by fiddling with the light, and now I think it's a bit too bright. I should just left it alone. Okay, so I'm going to use that giant 7. I sometimes do glue these, but I actually find this skinny double-sided tape works really well. And it's just as forgiving as wet glue. I mean, wet glue you can slide around for a wee while, but I mean, I find this can be moved. So I think I just found that piece, which was in my original layering. I think I just found it and realised I hadn't used it, so I'm just going to slide it in somewhere. Because I had the big black 7, that epoxy sticker, I wanted to bring in a wee bit more black. And so I've just gone with the black, white and gold, those glittery gold enamel dots from my Mind's Eye, from the Charmed collection. And when I put them on this chipboard Polaroid thing, I just used the black dot. I just used that of the 7 one as my enamel dot. Now, sorry, that was a bit of a change in lighting too, because this is a different day. I decided that it really was a wee bit plain. So let's add a whole lot more. I actually am quite a simple scrapbooker, but this is kind of a wee bit busier for me. Oh, and I've also changed my mind about something else overnight. After I put that 7 down, and it kind of made the title, it kind of made it into a title, like 7 Little Moments with the stamping, and I thought I really should do some journaling for that, and I didn't think that there'd be enough room on those tags. So that 6x4 folded Project Life card that was behind those tags, I've pulled that out and I've put a piece of cardstock in there to deal with the adhesive issue because it was all stuck down, and I'm going to write my journaling on there just because I thought the amount I wanted to write wasn't really going to fit anywhere else. And so I'm just cleaning that was all stuck down, so I'm just rubbing the ATG off that, and I'll just let you know what I wrote because I'm pretty sure I cut my actual handwriting of it out, most of it anyway. I just put the 7 things about Olivia. I put, you are 1, a responsible girl who is kind of rulesy. You choose the right thing often, so proud of you. Number 2, a sporty girl, a total natural. Number 3, a tall girl like your daddy, lucky you. Number 4, a caring girl. You are sensitive and can see further into situations than other girls your age. Number 5, a creative girl. You love to draw, write and craft with me. 6, a quirky girl. You make things work when you play outside. You tie stuff to other stuff all the time. I must do a page about that because that's quite a quirk. Number 7, a mum's girl. You love to be with me doing anything at all. I love all of you, Olivia, the good, the crazy, and the needs improvement. You're wonderful and I couldn't wish for more. Love, Mama. Okay, so now that's easily pulled in and out, so that's actually going to suit me better because I'm quite into the journaling. There's the odd page where I don't do it, but most of the time that's my focus, the story or the journaling, so I needed to make that work for me. And now I'm just putting in a couple more pieces of the red because that piece that I added below the photo is kind of drowned. So I'm just adding a couple more pieces just to, and see, it brings the attention back to the picture. And I thought that was the end, but no, I'm still not happy. So these are the Dear Lizzie thickers. I don't know the name of them, sorry, I haven't got the packaging on them. But they're those ones that kind of a creamy colour and they've got that like those crystals on top that look kind of like sugar. Oh, and I think here I have a bit of a episode with my adhesive. That one won't, that one's clogged up, and I'm pretty sure this one's clogged up too. The Dimensional Magic. So yes, those thickers, I must try and find some more. I really like those, and I think that style that came with the big kind of sugary crystals on top, I think it came in like a pale pink as well. So I must try and source some more. They might not. Oh, surely someone's got some. So because I really do like them, and I've kind of got a little bit of a newsprint, faded newsprint on them as well. There's quite a lot going on, but they're still quite neutral. So here I'm just going to spell out live. And here I'm just popping up the edge of those Project Life cards with some foam, and there I put it in a wee bit too far and it actually ended up pulling the top of the card back down, so I just moved it up to the very top of the card so it just sits above it, and I'm going to do that with the tag too. With the tags, so it doesn't stick to my journaling, I've just put the foam, I just take the backing off one side, leave the backing on the other side, and that way it doesn't stick to the journaling. Here I'm just going to let you see some of the details. And there it's finished. So thanks Tiffany for the challenge, that was fun. It was a bit of a labour of love over a couple of days, this one for me, but I still really enjoyed it, and the things you chose to use from the list, I could have used all of them I think because I loved them all. So thanks so much, and thanks everyone for watching. Have a great day.